for my white apron was making jerk chicken pot pie from scratch.
How long was that process?
I had an hour.
Wow.
Really?
Did you practice at home?
No, practice. This come natural. I don't practice.
Wow.
I train. I think about it. I visualize what I'm doing. I got on bad. I made my own dough. I seasoned my jerk. I used the grill. There was no grill, so I just used the cast iron stovetop and held my chicken. You know the cast iron like rack that you sit on?
Yeah.
I just cooked the chicken there, and then I put the corn on the same side, and I was twisting the corn, and the cameraman was coming up and getting shots. My mom was like, "You just don't do that. It's kind of be a nasty thing." I'm like, there's someone else cleaning it. But yeah, I showed, you know exactly, but I showed out. I got 3 yeses from the judges. Up until that was the last day that any cooks were cooking, because that was filmed over a few days. There were some that went on that got 2 yeses, but I got 3 yeses, a yes from all 3 judges. I got my white apron. I pretended I didn't get an apron when I came out of the room, and I held it up and made a lot of noise, and that was the top 25.
And so how did your life change after?
I stopped being a social services worker. I gave it up to food.
And are you happier? I'm asking an obvious question, but you know what?
I am,
Yes.
but like you know, once you reach a certain level of joy, you want to be, you know, you see, like, since then I'm happier. Have I taken time to enjoy my happiness? That's a whole nother question.
Sure.
That's a whole nother question.
So what was your biggest takeaway from Master Chef?
Great question.
People can make anything look how they want it to look in an editing room.
Sure. So that's sort of reflective of, I think you're hinting at maybe social media in that statement?
You know, I think some people don't realize that. How many of us are gonna wake up in the morning with a pimple on your forehead and zoom in on the pimple and be like, this is life today? You understand what I'm saying? Like, you don't post your fails on social media. I think about it all the time. I'm like, you know.
Because this is the worst thing about social media too, is the anniversary of the failure. Every November 30th, you get a memory of a failure.
Of something
Ridiculous.
that's like, holy.
Or that's why I don't post about death. I don't be reminded about it every year. It makes no sense.
You know? And I
agree with
feel that. I feel that. You know, and that's where we are. You know, you watch a couple episodes of Black Mirror and you really sit down and study what's going on with this thing, but it's, you know, it is to step back.
Yeah.
Humanity is changing.
Yes.
We're getting better at some things and we're getting worse at others.
What do you think we're getting worse at?
Love, kindness, real honesty.
Yep.
Real humility,
Yep.
humbleness. These are all things that I wake up in the morning and I ask God to help increase in my life. These are things that I try to make daily affirmations towards making better for myself. I want to be a better man. I want to be a better dad. I want to be better at the things that I do. Because, you know, the car breaks down and it's insurmountable cost. It's something crazy. And immediately you think about, like, you don't think that life can go up, but it's not life. You know, there's so many things that, if this is going to be life-changing, but it's, like, if it's not life-changing in a good way, we can't take it on.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you.
There's things that we can't control. I think there's things, and you know, like.
You know what I enjoyed about being young? No social media. I don't want to hear about anyone.
Can you imagine?
You grew up in the best era.
Can you imagine that there was social media?
I'd be done. Done years ago.
Years ago.
Yeah, I think social media is, well, it's an oxymoron. It's nothing but it's social.
There's nothing about it.
Yeah, and as long as we realize that, you'll be. I mean, You just post to
It's
post.
pretending.
I don't post anything serious really on there.
I
It's really
try
my
not
business.
to.
Yeah.
You know, and I tell people often, if I didn't have a business where I was trying to reach out to people that I don't have in a regular circle, then would I have this thing?
And I think that's where it's powerful for
Yeah.
business owners to reach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's where I advertised my menus. I would
Yeah.
wake up in the morning and put my menu on social media. And it was either you came because you knew I had good food, or you came because you saw a post. Or
Exactly.
someone shared it.
So now let's talk about your next project.